What are you up to now?
High wing, go! Faster, high wing! High wing, go! Faster, high wing!
Just a minute.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Over here!
What's going on here?
Professor Rookwood was right. The place is crawling with Victor Rookwood's lot and Ranrock's loyalists. They're working together all right, but it is not a friendly alliance. I'm sure you'll agree that we need to find a way in other than the front gate. Let's go.
Absurd, isn't it? Ranrock wants us to find the child, but which child? We
Revelio. Depulso.
It does sound easy.
Depulso.
Ooh, this should
Incendio. Confringo! Capulso! Revelio!
You can't stop Ranrock's rebellion! This will not go well!
I won't rest. Places. Capulso! Revelio!
Ah, up there. That's our way in.
Revelio! Wingardium Leviosa!
If I'd known your plan was to dig up half the country...
I wouldn't have to dig if you could simply manage to bring me the child.
We wouldn't need the child if you hadn't sent a dragon to retrieve the container I spent months and countless ministry favors tracking.
You let them board the carriage. My options were limited once I knew it would be inconveniently beyond my reach at that infernal school.
Have you not acquired enough power here? I allowed you to tunnel under my family home.
Allowed me? You are here only because you are descended from a keeper and may at some point inadvertently become valuable. We had an agreement. I will share with you the power that I discovered if you locate the stores of magic that are yet to be found. So, unless you want another demonstration of my power, a power that you one day hope to wield, bring me the child.
We already knew they were after you, but now we know they're digging for stores of magic.
And Ranrock knows about the Keepers.
Yes, I caught that too. Professor Rookwood said that you'd understand more once you complete the next trial.
Let's get into that castle.
Any special words you want me to pass on to your mum?
Potato!
A lamb to the slaughter.
How nice of you to stop by.
Delicious! Wingardium Leviosa! Incendio!
Release me! I've had enough of this.
Potato! Stupid!
A lucky shot!
Glaciers! Capulso! Potato!
How delightful.
For what?
Glacier. Confringo.
I think I might rather enjoy this.
Potato!
Glacius.
I should have been.
Depulso. I will make you pay. Revelio. Revelio.
I suppose that's the quick way down.
Depulso. Revelio. Depulso. Revelio. Depulso. Revelios.
They're a step ahead of us. Let's see where they lead. This must be it. The store of magic and the source of Ranrock's power.
It looks empty. If they've taken all of it, why are they still here?
Ranrock said there's more to be found, and if he's right about that, it may or may not be located here. Wherever it is, we need to find it before they do.
Revelio.
Where is that portrait?
I heard something. I was hoping that was you.
Professor Rookwood, the goblins and dark wizards who've overrun your castle are digging for stores of magic and have broken open some sort of container.
No. Things are more dire than I could have imagined. If, as you told Percival, a goblin in his vault was wielding a powerful magic, then they have somehow learned. It cannot be.
And sir, they know you were a keeper. Ranrock used the term.
This makes no sense. How did... We shall discuss this later. Right now, you must complete the next trial.
Just tell me where I need to go.
The power you stand to wield must first be fully understood. The trials will ensure that. Power without knowledge is dangerous indeed. In the wrong hands, we will simply have to outwit Ranrock and my unfortunate namesake.
Very well, Professor. Tell me where I need to go.
I shall reveal the path. Professor Fig must leave you now.
Revelio.
I would join you if I could. I shall await your arrival in the map.
Revelio. Revelio. Repulsor. Wingardium Leviosa. Glacius. Repulsor. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Repulsor. That pillar is blocking the path. I'll need to move it. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Depulso, Wingardium Leviosa. Confringo, Wingardium Leviosa. Protego, Stupid One. Depulso. Expelliarmus. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Cabalso. Glacius. Confringo. I believe I need to proceed to the left here, but how? Confringo. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. I'm to hit the mark on the far wall. That sort of thing has repositioned the archways in the past. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Revelio. Here, but no ledge near it. Repulsor! Glacius! Confringo! Revelio. Glacius. Cabalso. Repulsor. Confringo. Glacius. Depulso. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Depulso. Hitting those marks readjusts the archways. Perhaps there's a way forward from the other side of this one. Wingardium Leviosa. Is it possible to pull one of those blocks through the archway? Revelio. Depulso. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Protego. Depulso. Confringo. Incendio. Revelio. Revelio.
Incendio. Confringo. Depulso. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. 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 Expelliarmus. Incendio. Glacius. Protego. Capulso. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Glacius. Protego. Capulso. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Revelio. Depulso. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Protego. Confringo. Depulso. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Depulso. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Depulso. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Revelio. Depulso. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Protego. Stupefy. Depulso. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Depulso. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Protego. Confringo. Glacius. Glacius. Confringo. Protego. Expelliarmus. Depulso. Stupefy. Confringo. Depulso. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Protego. Stupefy. Depulso. Confringo. Glacius. Glacius. Depulso. Expelliarmus. Protego. Confringo. Depulso. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Depulso. Confringo. Protego. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Greedo! Expelliarmus! Glacius! Repulsor! Conflict!
What a relief.
I must say I'm curious to hear of Isidore's travels.
Do come in. Please, have a seat.
Isadora, we are all most intrigued to hear.
We're ready. I've something to show you. Father, these are my colleagues from Hogwarts. Father hasn't spoken since my brother died. On my travels, I confirmed that which I've always believed. That we have the power to take away pain.
Isadora. What have you done?
I took his pain.
This is uncharted magic, Isadora. You can only see what has been sealed in the jar, and we do not know what power that may hold. But the traces of that magic are different from what I've seen before.
Thank you.
You're back.
And in one piece, no less. It is good to see you again.
Professor Rookwood told me about what happened at Rookwood Castle.
In light of the dire circumstances in which we find ourselves, it is most fortunate that someone so competent is following this path.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep the second artifact safe as you've advised.
Good. Are you ready to move on?
I'm ready for whatever comes next.
In that case, introductions are in order.
Allow me to introduce former Hogwarts headmistress, Neve Fitzgerald.
How do you do? I must say that I was not entirely surprised to learn that a student had been completing the trials. I've always believed Hogwarts students capable of anything they set their minds to.
Thank you, Professor. It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
I am certain that you are more than capable of completing my trial. However, I must first, how shall I say, prepare the location of your next trial.
We trust your judgment, Professor Fitzgerald. You should know better than anyone how to manage the inconvenience of, well...
A vainglorious and exasperating headmaster? Indeed I should. I shall confirm that everything is in order immediately.
Of course. Professor Fitzgerald needs some time to clear the way forward. Until then, you should continue to hone your magic. If you learn more about Ranrock and Victor Rookwood's activities in the meantime, please let us know.
Very well, Professor. I know. Continue to hone my magic.
You do learn quickly. Hopefully you will soon hear from Lodgok as well, and we shall learn how he fared with the helmet you retrieved. Well done today, as always. We shall speak again soon.
Natty told me about your run-in with the poachers. I have some news about them as well. Can you meet me soon? I fear that some of what I uncovered has to do with you.
I have been asked to teach you the exploding charm, Bombarda. Once you have completed the tasks I've set forth, speak to me after class.
You can feed a beast, or it can flee. I prefer the latter.
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poachers' best-kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
Revelio.
Gentle. Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
Revelio.
I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure. But look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Revelio. Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Pelts. Poor beast, still smoking. They can't have been gone long. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures though, so what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
One foot in front of the next and quiet as can be.
Revelio.
No one mightier and Rockwoods. Beasts were made to be skinned and eaten.
Totalis.
Nothing to poach in Arranshire except spiders. Not worth the trouble if you ask me.
Revelio.
They come after me, they'll rest in 10 graves.
How come I always draw the short straw?
Totalis.
Someone messing about?
Merlin, you think they were hiding the magic himself? What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
What I wouldn't give to be a demonstrator right now. What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Horntail Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted. Oh, that's a brilliant idea.
Don't know what Victor was thinking, striking a bargain with him. Take it! He's had all the incendiary! Oh, it's actually actually quite beautiful.
Protego! Incendio! Revelio. Revelio.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking?
They say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence... What was that? Nothing more than nothing!
The pulse. Expelliarmus.
What have you done?
Incendio. Confringo. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Protego.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her, shall we? Look, they've got the dragon. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Aloha Mora. All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Revelio. Let's make them count.
Careful! Ramrock will want his dragon! Don't think you'll get it out of here!
Protego.
Avoiding us.
Expelliarmus.
What have you done?
Nowhere to hide now!
That seems to be
Incendio. Repulsor. Protego.
You'll have some fight eventually.
Expelliarmus.
What's that?
Confringo. Repulsor.
Now, Severe!
the one we're looking for, and you were afraid.
Depulsor.
What a demon to worry about.
Incendio. Expelliarmus. Depulsor.
The lamb returns to the wolf.
Incendio.
Back to the
Expelliarmus. Depulsor. Incendio. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Give it back. Confringo.
Get away.
I'll get you yet!
Depulsor.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
Depulsor. Accio.
Aim for the ring at the front of her restraints.
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
This way.
Was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
No need to race now, my friend. High wing! Go!
Reductor! Knew I'd find you.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Not so tricky after all, Merlin.
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
Expelliarmus! Revelio. I should investigate. There. I'm not going to hurt you. Assignment's all finished. Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed. I take it you're ready to learn your new spell.
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
I will, Professor.
I will hold you to that promise. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done. Now, let us put
Bombarda.
it into practice, shall we? Go ahead and try it on the pumpkins.
Professor, might I have a moment?
Yes. What is it?
I was wondering what inspired your interest in magical beasts.
Are you considering some sort of profession in the field?
I haven't decided quite yet, but I do find magical beasts fascinating.
You do seem to engage well with the beasts in class. I believe that when choosing a path, particularly of a scholarly nature, one must take into account both one's enthusiasm for a particular subject, as well as how one may best serve the students to whom one is obligated to both inspire and teach.
Of course, Professor. When did your path become clear?
I recall it quite vividly. It was the summer between my 6th and 7th years. I read in the Prophet about a wizard who'd been selling alchemy eggs and disappeared in the mountains near my home. I knew of the alchemy, of course, from my studies, but they are native to lands east of here, such as India. I wondered if it was possible that an alchemy could be so nearby. Hence, I went to find it.
Seems quite a challenge finding an alchemy in the mountains.
It was. After a few days, during which my parents grew increasingly annoyed at my absence, I found what little remained of the wizard egg trader. He was near a tree hollow. And there, inside, was a nest with 7 silver alchemy eggs.
What did you do with them?
Nothing. Beasts are to be valued for what they can provide for wizard kind. Protective clothing, potion ingredients, even wand cores. Only poachers see the value in ending a beast's life for galleons. I left the eggs alone. I hid. And moments later, the beast flew right over my head. Breathtaking. She then seemed to all but disappear as she shrunk to fit into the hollow.
That sounds incredible.
Indeed. I knew in that moment that I needed to understand all that I could about beasts and ensure that wizard kind learned to benefit properly from them. Now, I trust that I have answered your question. You would do well to continue your study of beasts, regardless of your chosen path. Beasts and all that they provide will vastly improve your life.
I should...
Bombarda!